Now that we've talked about the X server itself, let's talk about window managers. That's kind of the next step up. Now, as we said, X servers only provide graphics capabilities. They actually don't dictate how windows are drawn on the screen or the interactions between Windows applications and the user. Window managers basically do all that. They take care of the applications, they dictate how things are drawn on the screen, window sizing, window interaction, and so forth. Now, window managers normally do not provide applications. They merely control their behavior. There are some applications that are attached to a window manager, some very rudimentary applications, but normally you don't see those. Window managers are basically designed to give you a very minimal graphical interface and not take up too much system resources such as memory, CPU time, and so forth. There are several popular window managers out there, and you'll normally find window managers on servers. The one we're going to look at today on SUSE Linux Enterprise Server, or SLES, is a good example of a window manager. Actually, the graphical user interface in Solaris is very pristine and very minimal also. It's generally considered a desktop environment, but it actually is more or less a window manager. A couple of popular ones out there is TWM and FVWM2, and we'll actually look at FVWM2, a window manager, here when we look at SLES. Okay, we're looking at SUSE Linux Enterprise Server 11, or SLES as it's popularly called, and we're in a window manager for SLES 11, and this is basically the default window manager that you get when you build SUSE 11. It's actually very minimal. It's a little bit more than what we saw with BSD's very basic installation. So you've got some tools. You've got an Xtrim window here. If we navigate around here, we can see that we can easily go to other desktops if we like, so we can have multiple desktops running. We've got a couple of widgets up here, clock, and the window manager controls right here, and basically you can see that there are sub-menus to control certain aspects of the window manager. We've also got an OpenSUSE control center here, applet that gets us the control center and the menu and so forth. We have some tools, some very basic tools available to us in the window manager, a web browser, communication tools, and so forth, but nothing really that stands out as being a really cool graphical interface kind of thing. We can actually start some other graphics tools here, such as GIMP or whatever, and we've got some tools here such as Firefox and OpenOffice. So we actually have a very nice set of tools that we can use basically to run a server here and to do some very minimal things. We can open up some other shells and so forth if we like. But we've got the Xtrim window here, and that's basically where we're still going to be doing most of our work, and it's at the command prompt. So as you can see, a window manager is one step up from simply using the command line, but it's not to the point of a fully blown, fully enhanced desktop such as we might see with GNOME or KDE or the common desktop environment. We're going to take a look at examples of those here in just a moment. But this is a very basic window manager, FVWM2. You can install it on any number of distributions, Linux or Unix, and it's a very minimal distribution, a very minimal window manager, but at the same time provides you with a lot of functionality and a terminal window you can work with.